a potential classic between the Green Bay Packers and the defending champs of the division, the Chicago Bears. I'll be back at halftime with a look ahead to the weekend. But for now, let's get to Chicago and say hello for the first time to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thanks, Coach. A bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, back for our 4th season already calling games together. Hard to believe that. And as we begin 2019, the 100th season of the NFL, it's the 199th matchup between the Packers and the Bears.
Makes our 4 seasons together seem rather small, doesn't it? When you put those numbers next to it. But how about this opener? Last year, it was the season opener in Green Bay, and that was an absolute classic. Aaron Rodgers coming back and throwing the big touchdown passes for the Packers to win. But now they're under new management. Matt LaFleur is their head coach. Rodgers still the quarterback. The Bears, the defending NFC North champs.
Now Trubisky on first down. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Trubisky under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
You see me? You see me?
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. And let's take a look at the Bears offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Kyler Fackrell. With a big down, it's a loss of 7. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
Let's go. Do it.
So now it's the Packers' turn to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
So pinpoint, so accurate. Sometimes we forget just how good he is. We start to take him for granted because he always places the ball exactly where it needs to be for his receivers.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Rodgers. And he floats one there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, take 26.
To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, he shifts past him. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Trubisky brings the Bears out 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
Safety Adrian Amos was a free agent in 2018, and division rival Green Bay took note and brought him to Wisconsin to patrol the center of their defense and also drop down near the line of scrimmage and make some big-time.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Take it at the 37. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. They give him a gain of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Hey, you block over here. Switch. Hey, wahoo!
Throwing now is Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Subject. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look, 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Now it's Trubisky. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. On first down, Trubisky. And break, the tight end's got it. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Eckler. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. First carry in the league here for David Montgomery, the man out of Iowa State. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Sliding out of the pocket. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there. And receivers come.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. No gain on the dump off. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing on second down. Trubisky going deep this time for Miller. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Too little, he's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Here's Trubisky. It's complete. It's Miller. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball to the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
He's got the hook up to Miller.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On second down now, it's Jones, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Rodgers on the money to the tight end, Graham. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On second down, it's Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the result, a Green Bay score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The Bears on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Trubisky will throw. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And, of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Hits his target, it's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Pass from Trubisky taken in by Gabriel. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Austin Eckler there to make the grab. And the Bears cut into that lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Rodgers. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner, Kyle Fuller.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Underneath, he's got Brate. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He'll get this to Eckler. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings as they'll be forced to reckon with the Atlanta Falcons. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home, England.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Come on, fellas.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Rodgers now to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Now a first down carry by Jones. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him again. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
To me, the defense was a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. That's taken on the 25. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And Brate has it over the middle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
This is a counter play. Eckler, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And it's caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. An 11-yard touchdown, as his guys are back within a single score. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On first down, Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Watch out, watch out. We didn't do it.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop. Once more, here's Eckler. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Play action. It's Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Play action. Now Trubisky. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check 26, check 26.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now Cohen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down and 4, Trubisky. And Brake, the tight end's got it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears have taken the lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote onto your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
Little salt, little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. On 2nd down and 4, Rodgers, 6 yards the pickup.
It doesn't matter where it's coming from. Tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
58. 58, boys, 58, 58. Mike, let's go. Back to goal.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers, and he finds his tight end, Graham. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up. Kill, kill, kill.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Get ready, get ready.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now on 2nd and 16. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Yeah, they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll go again to Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Second and goal from the 1.
Let's make these babies proud. Back to
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now it's Rodgers. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He'll run it. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Quick throw here, caught by Gabriel.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. A 6-yard touchdown run as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Critical extra point up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was all capped off by Mitchell Trubisky's touchdown run. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Rodgers to throw. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. That one a first down pickup of 8. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Hey, Charlie.
To throw is Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to throw, Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. 13 yards, first down, Packers. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Hey, box truck, box truck. I know he ain't got it.
On first down, Rodgers. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So now Trubisky and the Bears down by 7. A little over 20 seconds to go. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Will Redmond. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Trubisky will throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One last shot for Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Packers, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they obviously